Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our third grade strings Informance tonight. My name is Brian Jones, I'm the principal of Loker, and we've been in school. Tomorrow's the 50th day of school, so literally we've been in school approximately 10 weeks. And what they have learned and what Ms. Tandon has taught them, you'll get to see is really, really special. They've been practicing hard. We know you've been supporting them at home with practicing, and I think you're in for a special treat tonight. So thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the show. I don't have to tell you how to be a good audience, right? We know when to clap and things like that, right? Like with the kids now. Thank you so much for coming, and I want to turn things over to Ms. Tandon.
Thank you. I need that because I have this microphone. Thank you, Mr. Jones. I'm going to use my microphone around my neck so I can stay mobile. Can you hear me okay? Is that okay? Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for coming. We had 100 chairs. I said, no, let's put out 20 more, and still we didn't have enough. So thank you. We're so glad you're here. My name is Whitney Tandon, and I am the string teacher in Wayland for grades 3 through 8. This is my 16th year. My 16th year teaching in Wayland, and I usually teach at all 3 elementary schools and the middle school. This year I'm here at Loker and Clayton in the middle school, and I work really closely with Kim Pisco, who you know is the music teacher here. She and I teach 3rd grade together. And I am so excited that we have almost the entire 3rd grade here. I mean, I don't know how many kids are in the grade altogether, but we have something like 59 students doing strings in 3rd grade at Loker, and that's got to be close to 3 full classes. So it's really, really exciting. Before we do any more, I want to recognize some fantastic musicians who you heard as you walked in. I'm so lucky to have such dedicated musicians at the middle school. I invited some of my students from the Honors Chamber Orchestra to volunteer their time and perform some chamber music for you, and they were chomping at the bit, so excited to do it. So I want to recognize Ariel Bell, Elise Tom, Archie Baker, Junie Frenzel, Julia Ta, and Michelle Bond. Can we give them a big round of applause? So they sound older than that. Can you just raise your hand if you went to Loker? Yay, Loker, Loker. Thank you so much. Natalie Garibald, standing with that. She was my stage crew tonight. Tuner, thank you, Natalie. All right, 8th graders, thank you. Have a great night. Your job is done. And our job is just beginning 3rd graders. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, so as Mr. Jones said, we've only had 9 lessons so far, and we've learned a lot in those 9 lessons. So tonight, the idea of the Informance, instead of just a formal performance, is that it's informational for you. So you can learn a little bit about what we do and how we do it, and really see the journey from the beginning of the year till now, so our 9 weeks, and onward, of course. But we're going to start at the very beginning and show you everything we've done and how well we can do it. And it's a work in progress. So we're going to start with our very first lesson, when we learn how to hold our instruments. Are you ready to demonstrate our position steps? Yeah. There we go. Let's see. Front edge of your chair. All right. Ready, set, step 1. Step 2. Step 3. Step 4. Step 5. Right hand comes up. Bring it to your instrument. Left and right slowly. Step 6. Get that left hand in place. Lay your left and fourth hands at each other. Nice job. In that position, we're ready to play for you the very first song we ever learned. It is called the Ant Song. Okay? And the words go like this. Eek, eek, eek. Look at all the ants, ants, ants. Digging in the dirt, dirt, dirt. Underneath the ground, ground, ground. Looking out for critters, critters, critters. And these words taught us the names of our strings. So if you have an E string, can you raise your hand? Violins and basses who have an E string are going to be the ones who start off our song, and we're going to say the words as we play our song. I'm going to make my way to the piano. Are you ready for the Ant Song? All right, here we go. Starting on the E string. Let's say it and play it. 1, 2, ready, set, here we go. Look at all the ants, 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 digging in the dirt, 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 underneath the ground, 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 looking out for the Ant Song, ladies and gentlemen. Please give them a round of applause. They are turning to page 7 in their book. And while they do that, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about a really great program that we use. Hopefully you got a program as you came in. If you did get one, I'd like you to turn to excuse me, third graders? We're not playing right now. I'd like you to turn to the second page, right underneath all of our musicians' names. Sorry, that's not, I'm wrong. On the very first page. On the very first page on the front. You'll see at the bottom it says, use the link below to join my classroom and register for a free online Make Music account. Make Music is a really incredible program for musicians of all ages and levels. We got funding this year for all of our string players to get free accounts. What it is a program which you can play along with music on a screen, and you can either just play for fun and have access to these really great accompaniments, which especially when at this beginning level where the pieces might sound a little simple, playing along with a really cool accompaniment makes it even more fun to practice. You can also try recording yourself, and it can tell you if your notes were correct or not, so it lights up red if you're not in tune or if you played the wrong rhythm. There is so much music you can search for on there, and as you get more advanced, as we move to 4th grade with your orchestra music, that's on there too, so students can feel like they're playing along with the orchestra from the comfort of their own home. It's a really great program, and our entire book is on there, so I encourage you to make a free account. I've emailed about it a few times, maybe you've seen that. It's very user-friendly. Kids are obviously very tech-savvy these days, and while I don't think they need more screen time, I will say having a little background music in their practicing might inspire them to practice a little bit longer. So we're going to use Make Music right now so you can hear some of the great accompaniments. We're going to start with number 15, third graders, which is Walking Song. Let's get into play position, musician. Set your position. Right hand comes up. Get ready for your keys. Here comes Walking Song. Is your ready, set, here we go. So because of my computer snafu, you heard the difference when you play along with the awesome accompaniment and when it turns off accidentally and the piece is a little less exciting, but still really fun to play. All right, that was Walking Song. Let's give him a round of applause. Number 19, string player, third page. Right hand comes up. Find that up sharp. Big smile to your family member when you're ready. Here's rolling along. Get ready. 1, 2, ready, play. don't always have notes moving right in steps. So we're getting used to jumping around between notes. So these two have notes that skip around a lot. We're going to move to lightly row. Right hand thumbs up when you're ready for lightly row, number 22. Look at my fingerboard. F sharps ready. Piano goes first. Last few people are getting ready. Just a reminder to take lots of pictures tonight, because hopefully this is their first concert out of many, many, many more. And I've been telling them I want pictures from tonight for my 8th grade slideshow when I have my last concert with them when they're about to go off to high school. So take lots of pictures and send them to me. Are we ready for Twinkle Twinkle? Yeah! Here we go. Piano goes first. How professional can you look, third graders? Set up even taller, set up even taller. Here we go. All right, you can hear how excited they are to learn new things. They've heard that one so fast, and we just started it last week. So we are doing a lot of plucking in string because, is anybody here a string player or ever was a string player? Oh, okay, so a few of you. So you might not know that using the bow is really hard. So from the first day, most of these third graders were saying, when are we going to use the bow? When are we going to use the bow? When are we going to use the bow? And I kept having to say, just be patient. We got to get this side coordinated before we add this side. But we're now getting ready to use our bows. Third graders' voices are off right now. We're getting ready to use our bows, which are a lot harder to use than they look. So we've been learning on pencils. Hopefully you've been seeing your child practicing their pencil bow hold at home. Hopefully you helped yourself to a pencil on the way in. If you did, can you hold it up in the air? Oh no, we didn't give very many pencils. There was a sign that said take a pencil. All right, Mr. Jones is going to walk around and give you some pencils, so you can do this with us. String players, can you please hold your pencils? Sit on the very front edge of your chair, mouth closed. I'll show you. So we're going to use, okay, pencils down. We're going to use our pencils to practice the bow hold. The pencils are a lot lighter than the actual bows. But the bows themselves are sort of unevenly balanced, so practicing on a pencil makes life a little easier. So I'll show you the way we do it. Thank you so much, Mr. Jones. If you borrow a pencil, like I always tell third graders, when they forget pencils, please make sure you return it at the end of the class. Please, thank you. All right, I think we're ready. String players, please see if without standing up, see if you can find your friends or family in the audience and tell me afterwards how they did with their bow hold. Okay. So I would like everybody to learn how to hold the bow right now. As follows. Please put your pencil in your left hand. Left hand. This is your left hand. Please wave to us with your right hand. Alright, with your right hand. Bend down their fingers. With your right hand, you're going to make a cute little bunny. Not a coyote. Let's show them what a coyote looks like. We're going to make a bunny. He's got a big round belly. And his chin is very bent, and his big teeth hang over the chin, just like the first joint of your fingers. They hang over. Give his teeth a little wiggle. You should be doing this with your right hand, and your pencil should be in your left hand. Let's see your bunnies. I told them I was going to embarrass you. All right, now I'd like you to open his mouth and feed him a carrot by just sticking the pencil on the very top of your thumb, and let those two teeth hang over again so that it's bent at the first joint. And see if you can give those teeth a little wiggle. We don't want the teeth on top like this. We want them like this. Like he's Bugs Bunny. He's got big front teeth. How are your family doing so far? Give them a thumbs up. Good, keep going. Okay, if your family member, if your child is a violinist or violist, you're going to do the violin or viola bow hold. Let's do that with that violins or violas. So take your pointer finger, violins and violas, and let it fall all the way down on its big knuckle. Not the tip of the finger, but on its big knuckle, so half of your finger's hanging in the front. And then take your pinky and let it rest right on its tip. That's for violins and violas. You can show that to your string player. Careful that our fingers are not all squashed together, okay? If your child plays the cello, let's show them how to do a cello or bass. Basses, you can stand up if you want. We're going to let those two ears hang way down in front. And cello and bass bunnies are very tired. They fall asleep and hang like this. Okay? Cellos and bass, how your family's doing? Check them out. Give them a thumbs up. All right, to practice this bow hold, can we see our bow holds? We're going to play some bow games, okay? The first one is to practice to make sure that we're hinging at the elbow when we move the bow. So everybody just right into your chair. Here we go with windshield wipers. Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to do windshield wipers. On and on. On and on. On and on. And freeze, check your thumb. Is it really, really bent? If not, bend it. Pat yourself on the back. Keep going. On and on. On. Right hand. On. And freeze, check your thumb. We don't want it straight because that gets to a really, really stressed, tense sound. So let it be nice like that. On. And on. And on. And on. And freeze, pat yourself on the back. Good job with our windshield wipers. Our next activity is going to be to test our strength in our fingers. So, here we go. Are you ready? We're going to do some finger taps, okay? Show me your bow on. Tapping just your pointer. Here we go. Tap, 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 tap. Just your pinky. Tap, tap, tap. Cello and bass looks like this. Tap just the middle two fingers. Tap, 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 tap. You ready for the ultimate challenge? We go like this. Pointer, pinky, pointer, pinky, pointer, pinky. You're doing a good job. Nice job. Give yourself a pat on the back. And we're going on to our next bow game. This is to make sure that we have a relaxed wrist, okay? So starting position, string players. Here we go. We're going to make sure we have a nice relaxed wrist, okay? We're going to wave goodbye with a floppy wrist in a minute. Starting position. Okay? Super floppy. Wave goodbye. And everything should be so relaxed and rounded. Looking pretty good. We're going to do one more. Should we do one more, string players? We're going to do one more. For this one, can you rotate your hand onto its side? So this is called rocket ship position. So that your pinky is facing down to the ground. Pinky facing down. The goal of this activity is to make sure your thumb is super, super, super bent. Find your landing pad. Okay, ready. Pinky should be towards the ground. Thumb should be bent towards you. We're gonna blast off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Orbit the earth. Double check that your thumb is so bent and round. We get to do it again. Okay? If your thumb is straight, relax it. Okay? Here we go. Blast off one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Blast off. And orbit. And come down to earth. Nice job. So these are just some of the exercises we do. They're way easier on a pencil than they will be on a bow. But now we got got the idea of our bow holds. Okay, thank you very, very much. String players, can you put your pencils down? Take up your instruments really quietly.
Are we going to start in class?
Families! Oh, thank you. Third graders, how quietly can you pick up your instruments? We're not done yet? Oh. Families! You hopefully have been seeing your child practice their bow hold on a pencil at home. Excuse me, third graders? Their goal is to log 75 bow holds on their bow hold learner's permit before they get their license to bow, which is a real thing. They'll get a license. So that sounds like a lot, but hopefully they're practicing a lot at home. I can't emphasize enough the importance of practicing at home, excuse me, third graders. It is so important, not that they spend long periods of time, but that they frequently practice. So even just 5-10 minutes a day, but many days a week, will just really help with the muscle memory, the comfort, and the fun. Because the more familiar and easy this feels to them, the more fun they'll have in class. Excuse me, whoever's talking. As we move towards using the bow, it's really, really necessary that they're practicing at home, just so they feel really good and they come in eager to learn new things and not feel overwhelmed. In your program, you will find there's suggestion for additional resources. This is completely optional, but we are lucky. First of all, there's suggestions on the back of how to help your child develop good practice habits. So if it's not become a regular part of their day, just as much as maybe soccer practice is or setting the table is, I don't know, maybe. You can make their practicing part of their day, so it's just part of the routine. I think that's the best way to get them regularly practicing, and there's some suggestions in the program. Further on in the program, there's also a list of names of high school orchestra practice partners. I can vouch for them all. I've known them all since they were in third grade. These are high schoolers who are really eager to work as sort of a mentor, maybe once a week working with your child if they're looking for more of a challenge or they're looking for more support, because we do have very large classes. The average class is around 20 string players in a room, which is a lot. So if your child's looking for some one-on-one time, the high schoolers are really eager to work with them. Excuse me, third graders? As a mentor, these usually cost $13 for a half-hour lesson, or some high schoolers do it for community service hours. There's a list of names and contact info on there, and you can just contact them directly. And there's also a list of private teachers. We have a really wonderful private lesson program with professional teachers that teach at our schools. So again, if your child is, it's not required at all, but if your child is looking for a little bit more support or a little bit more of a challenge or just more instrument time in that one-on-one setting, there's some really wonderful teachers in our program, and I encourage you to check them out. Now, without further ado, I believe we're ready for our grand finale, for which we need your help just one more time. You'll probably recognize this tune. Hopefully you've heard it practiced at home. As soon as it starts, I think you'll know what your job is. Okay, it involves stomping and clapping. String players, let's show them one more time. Step 1, step 2, Step 3, Step 4, 5, and 6. Get those G's ready. We are ready for We Will Rock. This is your job. Teachers and students. but I'm sure it'll be recorded and we can send the recording home hopefully. And the next concert that's listed in March is one that includes everyone in our strings family in Wayland, grades 3 through 12, which is over 500 string players. So it's an amazing concert and we can't wait to see you there. Your string player is going to go back to their own classroom to pack up their instrument. You can either, Mr. Jones is going to say something and then we'll let them play.
So congratulations, third graders. That was awesome. How about another round of applause? 10 weeks and we're playing Little Rocky. That's pretty impressive. Great job. But before we all go, I just want to make sure that we thank one more very important person. Miss Camden has worked tirelessly. She worked so hard across 4 different schools to make sure that